Hello guys, welcome to another interesting problem in the series of coding. Today we have with us the problem which is called maximum units on a truck. Let's try to understand this problem with the help of an example. So this diagram has one truck, and this truck has, let's say in this example, two boxes. So you can see that there are two boxes, so this truck has a capacity of two boxes only. Now we have to select the boxes in this truck such that the number of units are maximized. Now what are units are boxes inside boxes, right? So sub boxes. So the cylindrical shaped ones are units, and the rectangle shaped ones are boxes. So this is an array that is passed to us as input. So let's try to understand that. So here we have one box which is having two units inside it. Here we have one box which is having three units inside it. We have one box again which is having five units inside it. And then we have one more box which is having 10 units inside it. Now we have to select only two boxes because the truck has a capacity of only two boxes. But we have to keep in mind that we have to maximize the number of units. So how can we do that? So I have taken very simple example with just one box here to make the choice very simple. So here, if you are given that you have to select only two boxes, keeping in mind that you have to maximize the number of units, which will you select? So here it is going to be very obvious. We are going to select the box which has maximum number of units. So which is the first box that you are going to select? First box I am going to select this one because it is having 10 units inside. So that will maximize my units among all the choices that I have. Okay, so after this is over, so I have picked one box. I have picked the first box which was having most number of units, which is 10 units. Now we are left with three choices again. So for picking the second box, what will I do? Again I will apply the same logic. I will pick the box which is going to be maximum among, which is going to give maximum units among all these boxes. So I pick this particular box and it is going to give me 5 units. So I pick this box and I place it here. So I have total number of 10 plus 5, 15 number of units, which is maximum possible from the given inputs. Now let me take another example to understand this. Suppose now in this case, I have to pick 10 boxes. So the number of boxes that I have to pick are going to be 10. So the truck you can see is having 10 boxes in the diagram, and we have to again maximize the number of units. Now which 10 boxes are we going to pick? Let's try to understand this. We have first 5 boxes with 10 units each. We have 2 boxes with 5 units each. We have 4 boxes with 7 units each, and we have 3 boxes with 9 units each. So which are we going to pick? Which 10 boxes are we going to pick? Just consider picking the first box. Which box will you pick? You will pick the box which has most number of units. So which will be that? So in this given example, the second parameter represents number of units. So we can see that if we sort the second parameter somehow, then we will know which is having the most number of units. So that is what I am going to do. I am going to have a structure that is going to sort them by the second parameter, which is the number of units. So this is my structure, and I am going to place in the structure sorting by the order of the number of units. So this is having most number of units, which is 10 units. So I am going to place this box first. Next we have 9. Next largest number is 9. We are comparing the second parameter. Next largest number is 9. So I pick this here. Next, among this 5 and 7, the largest is 7. So I drop this here. Among 2 and 5, the largest is, it's just a single element, so we can simply drop it here. So this is our priority queue structure where we have sorted by the number of units. Now it is very simple. How is it very simple? Let's try to take this example. So the number of boxes that we have to fill is going to be 10. So the number of boxes that we have to fill is 10. Now it is very easy to select, right? So how many ever boxes you are having of the largest type, you will select that. So in this case, you are having 5 boxes of 10 units. So let's keep a count of the number of boxes that we are selecting. So we have to select boxes now. We are selecting 5 boxes. So we have selected 5 boxes. We have to totally select 10 boxes. As of now, we have selected 5 boxes. And what is our number of units? So we have taken 5 boxes with 10 units each. So 5 into 10 is 50. Totally, we have got 50 units. Next, what do we select? We just look at the next element in the priority queue, which is sorted in descending order by the number of units. So you have 3 boxes of 9 units each. So we have taken 3 more boxes and it is having 9 units each. So 3 boxes of 9 units each. Total number of units is 50 plus 27. Next, you still have to select more boxes because number of boxes that you need is 10, but till now you have only taken 8 boxes, right? So what you do, you come to the next element in the priority queue. You have 4 boxes available, but do you want 4? No. How many do we want? We want only 2 because we have already selected 8 boxes. We need to select 10 boxes. So 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. So we just want 2 boxes. So what do? We take 2 boxes and we leave 2 boxes here. So we take 2 boxes from this, and what is going to be number of units of that? 2 into 7 is 14. So this is going to be our total number of units, which is our answer. 50 plus 27 is 77. 77 plus 14 is 91. So 91 is our answer. Now let's start coding this. So let's move forward to coding this. We are going to declare a priority queue first because priority queue is going to order the elements and we need to store the elements in order by decreasing order of number of units. So priority queue structure, and what type is it going to be? So it is going to be pair, right? First represents the number of boxes, second represents the number of units. So it's going to be pair and both are integer pairs. So this is the structure of our priority queue and we can simply name it PQ for short. And then we declare a count variable to count the number of boxes till now which we have collected. So we have to keep counting until they equal to the number of truck size. Now we can do one thing. We can either sort the priority queue by the second parameter, which is number of units, or we can sort the priority queue by the first parameter, which it will happen by default. So if we have to sort by the second parameter, which is number of units, we will have to declare a structure type and we will have to pass a comparator. So instead of doing that, why don't we use priority queues default way of sorting? So priority queues is going to sort by default. How is it going to sort by default? By first parameter. So how can we use that? So it is very simple. So what we are going to do is, to make the code simple and less complicated, we are going to, let's say, iterate over all the vectors. Let's say vector int x, which are part of box types. Now we have to store these vectors in our priority queue, but let us store them in the reverse order. So let us store the number of units first and the number of boxes next. Why will this be an advantage? We can use priority queue's default way of sorting by the first parameter. So we need not declare a comparator to sort by the second parameter. So it will simplify our code. So we are going to push in priority queue, but while pushing, we will take care that we push x of 1, which is going to be the number of units first, and then we are going to push the number of boxes. So why will this be an advantage? Because we need not do anything. Already priority queue will sort for us according to the number of units, which is what we want. Okay, so once this is done, we can simply start iterating. What will be our iteration condition? One is that the priority queue should not be empty. If it becomes empty, we have no more boxes that we can collect and we can exit. Next condition will be count should be less than truck size, because when count is become equal to truck size, then we can exit and we have collected the number of boxes that we wanted. So these are the simple conditions. Now let us take the case. What is the first case? First case is, okay, let us consider this example itself. First case, what is going to happen? Our truck size is 10. So but how many boxes can we collect at first? Maximum we are going to collect 5 boxes only, because we are going to select this. It is having maximum boxes, which is maximum units, which is 10 units. So we are going to select this quantity, and this quantity we can only select 5 at first, right? So this is the first condition, when actually you are in this case where you have to select 5 boxes and the boxes are going to have 10 units each. So let's take this condition. So let me declare units which will be what we are going to finally return. So initially units is 0, and we will keep incrementing units and we will return that. So the first condition will be when your count plus your pq dot top pq.top will give the first value in your priority queue, which is the topmost value, or which is the value which is at the top, means which is having maximum number of units. So this value, in this value, what do you have to select? You have to select the number of boxes. So what do you have to count the number of boxes, right? So which parameter will be that? So since we are reversing the order, it will become the second parameter. So if count plus pq dot top dot second, right? If this is going to be less than what, if this overall is going to be less than truck size, right? So in this case, so let's take an example to understand why we are giving this as the condition. So what is initially count? Okay, count is 0 initially. Now what is pq dot top dot second? So what are we selecting? We are selecting number of boxes here. So what are the number of boxes? So in this example, you see number of boxes is going to be 5, right? So you are selecting 5 boxes. Now that is less than truck size. So what is your truck size? That is 10. So as of now 5 is less than 10. So what we are going to do? So we are simply going to, first of all, increment the number of units. So what will be your number of units? It will simply be pq dot top dot second multiplied by pq dot top dot first, right? So it is simple, because what are we doing? What is number of units? Number of boxes into number of units in each box. So in the first example, it will be 5 into 10, which will be 50, right? And also what we have to do, we have to increment count. By how much do we have to increment count? We have to increment count by simply pq dot top dot second, because this is going to be number of boxes. So increase count by number of boxes you collect. So this is simple. Okay, also what we have to do now, once we have done this, we will have to do pq dot pop. So we have to remove this element so that we don't keep collecting it again and again and again and again and enter into an infinite loop. So we have to definitely pop. Okay, now next, what is the next condition? So why did I write an if else condition? So the next condition is, okay, you reach this condition. So let's see that. Suppose you collected 5 boxes. Next, what will you collect? You will collect 3 boxes, right? Because 10 is the greatest element, then the next greatest element is 9. So first you collect 5 boxes, then you collect 3 boxes. 5 plus 3 is 8. Now what do you collect next? Next you collect this. You try to collect this quantity, but you don't have to collect all the boxes. You have to collect only 2 boxes from 4 boxes, right? So how do we take care of that condition? So that is the else condition. So in the else condition, what are you going to do? So in this condition, you are going to increment count, okay, not by all the quantities, but by how much quantity? Let's write quantity here. So int quantity, not by the entire quantity, but just by, so let's say truck size is just 10 and your current count is 8, right? So you have to just increment count by quantity 2. You can't take all the boxes, right? You can take only 2 boxes. So we will increment count only by this quantity for now, so that we can fill up the truck accurately. And what will be your number of units? So your number of units will also change here. It will be quantity multiplied by what? So quantity is your number of boxes. So your number of boxes into number of units. What will be your number of units? So number of units will remain same. It will be pq dot top dot first, right? So that's it. And what we have to do, we have to do pq dot pop here also. So that's it. I think this should work, and you can finally return units. So let me run and see if it is working. So it is fine, and let me just submit and see if it is working. So it's an acceptable solution. That's it. Thank you for being patient and listening.